So, it's currently about 12:45 in the morning. Just showed up here at Dialed In Fitness. It's a private 24-hour gym that I have a membership at. And what a day. And it's funny because it's like, it's not even, it's funny, any given day, I can handle anything. Like, any given day is not the end of the world, not that stressful, any stressful day, whatever. It's more just, I guess, the realization that this won't be ending at this pace for quite some time, because it's coming up on June here, and June is insane. But so today, let's review the day. So Dan and I worked on the new fractional plates till about 12:30 in the morning. No, probably about 12. I don't want to exaggerate. Till about 12, and then I took him home and got back from that, did a little more work I needed to do. Got to bed about 2:30 and woke up about 10:30. So I mean, I got 8 hours of sleep, but you kind of need to when you literally don't stop for a second the entire day. Anyways, so we did that, and then this morning, sorry, I'm just going to set this phone down and listen to me talk as I set up my bands. And then this morning, I had to get up first thing, 10:30, whatever, and print nonstop, print my weight plates, and get those all ready to ship out. Shipped out what I could, and then it's been raining like mad, so sure enough, my landlord's like, well, hey, I'll help you this afternoon on the shed, and unfortunately, when I left to go ship things, it was raining again. So I figured I wouldn't get a chance to do things with the shed, but I at least figured, hey, I'll get to finally get to train when I haven't trained in a few days. And then about 4:15, when I was all done with stuff, lo and behold, the sun's slowly starting to come out, and no rain. So, like, what are the odds of that? So, of course, need to take advantage of that. How do you like that? I just flipped myself upside down this whole time while talking. Sorry, you're gonna have blood to the head here because I'm hanging upside down. So, you're like, time to work on the shed. It looks like I have to work on the shed. Awesome. So we worked on that till about 10:15, well past dark. Did stuff under flashlight. Got a lot of stuff done. I can't complain. It was cool, but I was really planning on doing that. I was hoping to be able to train and do a few other things. So we did that, and then we got done. His girlfriend was nice and made dinner for us. So we ate a 10:15 at night dinner, and I got done that maybe half an hour, and then I had all this meat waiting that was marinating that like had to be cooked, otherwise it would have gone bad. And so I cooked all that. I don't know, that took me an hour or whatever, probably like 35 pounds of meat. And the thing that just sucks there is you're like, oh, well, dude, why do you have to do that now? And you're like, well, it's going to rot. And then also, if I don't do it now, I don't have any food during the week. So then I end up chasing around, buying fast food, buying whatever, paying way more money than I want to on food, not to mention just the time and aggravation to go find it for every meal, which I always find comical that people are like, oh, I don't have time to cook. It's faster to go and eat. It's like, no, it's not. You fucking spend 15 minutes chasing down every meal. It's stupid. If you at least want to eat somewhat healthy and don't always just be like, hey, give me 2 double cheeseburgers that I know are sitting there and have been waiting for me for half an hour, but whatever. So did that. Grilled up all that meat. As soon as I was done that, I went to go get, again, I have a pickup location I can get pretty much 24 hours. My embroidery work that's done. So picked up what was done. Unfortunately, the logo they've done before was fucked up, was done in red when it was supposed to be done in green. And I looked back at my instructions, and yes, I said green. And I don't know how this stuff happens sometimes. I'm just like, what the fuck? But I do want to give the disclaimer. I always say, in case those individuals, if you ever watch this or whatever, like, I'm not trying to call anyone out or talk shit on anyone or say, oh, my embroidery part sucks or they fucked it up again. Or it's not that, but it's just like, just kind of, again, conveying the frustrations, just the day-to-day, what happens. So then it's like you have to answer that customer, right? Like, oh, your order's a day behind. Oh, like maybe now potentially could be a couple more days behind. It's Memorial Day weekend. And again, there's like nothing I can do about it because it's not within work that I do anymore now that me and my business partner aren't together, where he used to do the embroidery. So, whatever. So that happens. And then meanwhile, I'd hoped to train, but I didn't. And so I didn't get a chance to do my usual hip stuff. And that's what I'm doing now. That's why my face is all bloodshot and I'm like hanging upside down. And this is something that I really need to be doing daily, if not twice a day. And my hips felt fucking terrible, killing me all day. Like, you're working on the shed and stuff, and you're just like, fuck, like, my hip is killing me, like, worse than before the surgery. And to anyone, again, not trying to call anyone out, but so I don't have health insurance right now, but my physical therapist and doctor's assistant have been saying forever that they would give me the results of this biomechanics screen that I had and have not gotten it to me. And again, this is not to call them out, although no offense, guys, you kind of should be called out, but because I've offered to pay. But so I haven't got any updates or anything on my hip, and that screen was done like December 10th-ish of 2014. It's now May 24th of 2015. Like, are you kidding me? So I haven't been able to like be seen or get any further info. A little bit, maybe on me, I could be a little more proactive, but so I'm sitting here in hip pain, haven't been able to train 3, 4, 5 days. It's just funny. It's just interesting. I don't know what to say about it, because people, you start to feel like you're sounding like your average person, right? You're like, oh, I don't have time to work out, I don't have time for the gym, whatever. Dude, like, anyone that wants to give me that shit, fuck that. Like, there's been multiple times where I've trained my ass off, full blast, on 2 or 3 hours of sleep, all right? I'm not afraid to do it, but the problem is, usually those days, I feel like for most people, or even for people that are working pretty hard, come like once every, at the most, 2 or 3 weeks, if not, once every like 5 or 6 weeks. I'd say it's probably a little more typical. So yeah, you just suck it up and you get it done. In my case, like, this working like, 14 to 16 hours a day, like I always do, 7 days a week, but at a like hyper pace where it's not just like I'm choosing to work this hard, but I guess technically I could take a little bit slower pace. It's like, no, like, literally wake up and do not stop. Hold on for dear life and do not stop until the end of the day, or else you're not going to get what you need to get done. So it's that kind of pace, and it's going to be that kind of pace pretty much from now until like June 18th, 19th, somewhere around there, and then immediately picks right back up at that pace for like a weekish and then slows down. So I just got so much shit to do. There's really no end to this pace in sight. And so I guess this little video is just kind of a little rant / processing my thoughts of like any given day, any given couple days at like, hyper mode pace. Like, fuck, suck it up. Come on, people. Like, come on, John. Like, it can totally be done. But when you just see no end in sight for an extended period of time and big stuff happening, sorry, hang upside down for a while, eh? And big stuff happening, the Layne Norton watches, going to events, fulfilling more roller orders, and just, I don't know, starting to sew our own freaking bracelets and shit for the watches and whatnot. Like, just a lot of big stuff happening, so there's really no room to be tired or loafing around. So that's the other thing too. Like, don't get me wrong. You're like, okay, dude, so you get 8 hours of sleep on a good amount of nights right now. So why the frig can't you sacrifice a little sleep and train? I could, but it's kind of like, yes, I'd like to get that amount of sleep so that I can survive days at these kind of pace, but then also do a little recover roller action. Also, it's like just the motivation to train. You're like, hey, my hip's fucking killing me. I can't, like, what would I train? I mean, it sounds so dumb. Of course, there's tons of things you could train even when your hip hurts, but like, sitting down for a lat pull down, well, it fucking kills to sit down. All these different things. And again, I'm not making the excuse that I can't train. It's more just the kind of like motivation factor of like, okay, there is umpteen amounts of work to do, way too much work that I'd possibly be able to get done and do, but yet if training's important, of course, you fucking make it happen and make time for it. But you're like, okay, well, right now I'm going to be training like a freaking piece of shit anyways. So you're like, nah, I'd rather just fucking keep working. So, and keep working. So, that's all. Sorry, I'm rolling away here. And I don't know. I just don't know. And it's also funny, too. Sometimes, granted, you're going to breathe a little bit when you roll. But sometimes I laugh. I'm like, fuck. I don't feel like out of shape. But like cardiovascular-wise, you're like, I'm nowhere where I used to be. It's also kind of annoying, like working on the shed. I'm going up on the roof and stuff and feeling all like gingerly and weird when normally I'm like pretty fearless of heights just because of my stupid hip, man. Like it's nowhere near normal capacity. So you're just like, if I were to fall or had to catch myself, whatever, like, and I'm not sitting there terrified in these thoughts, but you just can't, I guess, be young and like I used to be. But it's kind of funny, like this kind of quieting down of my voice. A lot of times at the ends of these little rants, you kind of realize you're like, huh, I guess I kind of got everything off my chest. Maybe there was some use to this. And again, the hope is that maybe for you guys watching that are trying to do something on your own and it's frustrating and you just feel this constant need to like, geez, and does anyone, it's not like does anyone know what I'm going through? It's not that, but just kind of, I guess maybe validation of like, hey, this is normal. Hey, don't give up or think that these things are a reason to give up. Like, no, like, not even close. And so, yeah, hopefully someone draws some kind of inspiration like that from here. And try foam rolling your calves one leg at a time with one hand and the other hand hitting your phone. That's what I'm trying to do there.